COVID booster that can easily acquire the fourth jab, as well as just how can easily I purchase it. The senior as well as susceptible all over the UK are actually qualified for an extra COVID-19 inoculation this springtime. All of kids in between the grows older of 5 as well as 11 are actually likewise offered pair of dosages of the low intensity injection that acquires added booster ability. In the UK, a second booster is actually given adults 75 years as well as more mature, staying in a taking care of residents. Folks over 12 years old along with damaged body immune system. You can easily reserve online 3 months, 91 times, after your final dosage. Nevertheless, for max security, the NHS suggests taking it in the springtime after around 6 months. Information of this particular system have actually however to become affirmed, yet drop boosters will definitely be actually readily accessible to a bigger target market. Can easily I acquire boosters after Corona? Also, if you have actually no signs and symptoms, you need to stand by 4 full weeks coming from the time you exam good prior to you can easily acquire vaccinated. Folks under the grow older of 18 that are actually certainly not at higher threat of having the coronavirus needs to stand by 12 full weeks after screening good. You need to certainly not get boosters if you are actually very truly sick or even have actually a high temperature. Yet, in accordance with client details coming from Pfizer as well as Moderna, there's no should problem procedure for a reduced high temperature or even cool. The injection doesn't contaminate COVID-19 as well as can not offer good leads to side move or even PCR examinations. Why are actually a lot of folks contaminated along with the coronavirus once more? Which kids are actually vaccinated? All of 5 to 11-year-olds in the UK can easily have actually a low-dose COVID injection. Kids whose moms and dads choose to occupy the promotion will definitely be actually offered pair of 10 microgram dosages of the Pfizer BioNTech injection, a minimum of 12 full weeks apart. Additionally, the low-dose injection is actually presently being actually provided to 5 to 11-year-olds along with healthcare ailments that place all of them at more significant threat coming from COVID. All of kids matched 12 to 15 are actually being provided pair of dosages of Pfizer. 16 as well as 17-year-olds can easily have actually a booster 3 months after their second jab. The government's injection advisors have actually likewise encouraged that a booster be actually provided to 12 to 15-year-olds that remain in an at-risk team or even deal with a person that is actually immunosuppressed. Just how perform I reserve my COVID injection? You can easily reserve jabs online, or even head to a walk-in center, although certainly not all of centers are actually giving jabs to 5 to 11-year-olds, therefore you might prefer to check out very initial. You should leave behind 8 full weeks in between your very initial as well as second dosages, as well as stand by a more 12 full weeks prior to a booster. In England, you can easily reserve very initial or even second dosages for over 5s. As well as over 16s can easily reserve a third or even booster dosage online, through contacting 119, or even checking out a walk-in center. In Scotland, over 16s can easily sign up for their very initial dosage or even reserve their second or even booster dosage online, or even through contacting 0800 030 8013. In Grains, over 16s will definitely be actually welcomed for their booster through their health and wellness panel. If you have certainly not been actually welcomed, or even you have certainly not possessed your very initial pair of dosages, you can easily get in touch with your health and wellness panel. In North Ireland, consultations for over 5s may be created online or even through contacting 0300 200 7813. Moms and dads as well as guardians of 5 to 11-year-olds in Scotland as well as Grains needs to stand by to become provided a visit. Treatment employees in England no more have actually to become vaccinated versus COVID. The federal authorities scrapped strategies to create the COVID jab compulsory for NHS workers in England. Exactly just what injection will definitely I acquire? The very initial as well as second dosages are actually AstraZeneca or even, for kids under 40, Pfizer or even Moderna. A booster is actually a singular dosage coming from Pfizer or even Moderna, irrespective of the injection formally provided. Nevertheless, if you are actually clinically not able to get Pfizer or even Moderna, you might have the capacity to acquire an extra dosage of AstraZeneca. pair of various other vaccines, Janssen as well as Novavax, have actually likewise been actually authorized for utilize in the UK, yet have actually certainly not been actually provided to UK clients. Exactly just what are actually the negative effects? One of the absolute most typical negative effects are actually equipache, migraine, chills, exhaustion, as well as queasiness. These belong to the body's usual immune system feedback to the injection as well as normally settle within a time or more. Really unusual yet often deadly. Bloodstream clots develop after AstraZeneca inoculation. Few folks have actually skilled a significant allergy after a Pfizer injection. You need to talk with your healthcare service company around any type of pre-existing serious allergic reactions prior to obtaining vaccinated.